What is up, inmates? I'm back already. I'm just as surprised as you are, if I'm going to be honest with you, because I don't remember which ones of these that I win. So it's always a surprise when I get called on to do one of these recordings. Let me get all my proper documentation available. This is Scorch 233, which took me a second to find because in the first message about which Scorch I have to read for, they said the wrong one, but I'm not going to hold it against them. The prompt for this Scorch was from Octo, and she said the prompt was, he's got the personality of a soap bubble. Now, I really feel like that one's just up for interpretation for whatever you want to make it, but I actually wrote for the same world and characters that I did in the last Scorch that I won. I guess I was just on a freaking tear with these ones. I just kept at least these two in a row, and maybe the third one in between, or maybe the ones in between. I don't know. I really enjoyed writing for these characters at this period of time, I suppose. Or maybe everyone else just liked them a lot, so whenever I write for them, they win. I don't know. Life is full of mysteries. Alright. This is the sort of same superhero sort of setting, like I said, that was written for the characters in the last one. I've actually, like I said, written for these characters a lot, and I think they actually do win a lot, so maybe if I just want to farm wins, I gotta write for them more. I don't know. But honestly, man, I gotta, like, publish a lore Bible somewhere for this stuff, just so I can get into this faster. I don't even know where to start, honestly. I can't just sit here for 2 hours. No, that's the whole statement. I can't just sit here for 2 hours. So, the scenario in this story, I suppose, is just sort of at the beginning, because the whole idea for this setting is that it would focus on a small team of not superheroes, but typically the people who would be, super villains, right? The mercenaries and the underlings for the big bads and such. So, yeah. I'm just going to stop talking myself around in a circle, and I am going to start reading it. Shadow was honestly at a loss for words. She'd known that Tesla had taken the boy she had refused to kill 3 years back, a scared 14-year-old running from the experimental facility he'd escaped from, and molded him into their own personal arsonist for hire. She had many options on that specific series of events, but the mad scientist had gotten a piece of her mind on that topic more than once. At least since the plan was for her to be working with the team that included him, she could keep a closer eye on the boy. But seeing the thing that he was calmly standing next to at this moment was truly unexpected. Shadow cleared her throat. Inferno? Is that your pet? Pet was probably the wrong word, but it's really all she could think of to describe the 10-foot-tall, hulking mass of muscle, clad in furs, and his head seemed to resemble the skull of a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Pet was close enough, she decided. Inferno turned a shocked and offended gaze on her, like he was surprised she would dare to say anything so insensitive. Czar isn't my pet. He's my buddy. I helped him escape from the skunk a while back, and now he's my enforcer. Shadow turned a questioning gaze back to Inferno. Do you even know what he is? Or where he came from? Inferno elbowed Czar's leg a bit. Tell her what you told me. Czar raised one of his massive hands in a jovial wave. Hello, nice lady. Inferno leaned toward Shadow and used his hand to block his mouth from Czar's sight. Give him a sec. I only just started teaching him how to speak English. He looked up at Czar and spoke very clearly. Where do you come from? Czar's skeletal head didn't lend itself to emoting, but it was obvious he felt giddy, as if he was finally able to show off something he'd been practicing. He proudly pointed straight down. Czar from Skag. Czar King there. He stared down at Shadow like a toddler that had successfully gotten its mother's attention. Before Shadow could pursue her line of questioning any further, one of the huge metal doors in the nondescript bunker-like room they were standing in opened up. Out walked Tesla, gazing intently at a tablet in his hands. Without looking up, he offhandedly said, "I wouldn't try getting too much from Czar, Shadow. He has the personality of a soap bubble." Inferno furrowed his brow. "You know, Nick, I have no idea what that means. Honestly, I think you just say things so people will think that you're the smartest one in the room." That got Tesla to look up with an insulted look. "I am the smartest one in the room." Inferno smirked. "I bet you wouldn't look so smart when I have Czar eat you." Shadow quickly stepped between the two. Okay. Tesla, just brief them on their part in the plan, okay?" Tesla nodded as Shadow let out a long sigh. It was going to be a long day, followed by many, many more long days.
Hey, it is Octo with Judge Comments. I wasn't really sure what to expect from this prompt because it really doesn't mean anything, right? He has the personality of a soap bubble. Is he thin, easily poppable? Is he beautiful, effervescent? Who knows, man? Not me. And I was not ready. I got a lot of different stuff about, there's like kind of more angsty ones, there's really sweet ones, and then this one won because it's just like unhinged whimsy. And I am weak to unhinged whimsy. I am also weak to this particular set of characters because I love them. I love Inferno and his unhinged little pyromaniac self, and I love King Czar. I hope he can get home one day and continue being king of whatever he's the king of, because that man is dumb, and I wish him all the best. That all to say, I really liked it. I think it's delightful. I always enjoy Match's sense of humor, so this was a good time for me. Thanks, and keep that fire burning.
It was a bit of a short and simple one. I forgot that. But I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I only write things that you guys enjoy. Reading the script, the next step is to look at the prompt that I gave for next week. Alright, the prompt that I wrote for the next one is, I'm not quite sure what I was expecting, but I certainly wasn't expecting a whale to be involved. And to be completely honest with you, I have no idea what I was on when I wrote that one. I can't tell you a little bit of lore about where that one came from. Just a little over a year ago. At this point, I guess I said that. That's wow. Yeah, truly impressive. All right. Yeah, that's it for me this week. Like I said, I have no idea when the next time I will be showing up is. It's always a mystery. It's a mystery to me too. But yeah, make sure you listen to everyone else's stuff. Everyone else on this podcast is a great writer, so it's great that we got lots of episodes coming out. I don't know how often we're supposed to mention the Patreon, but there is a Patreon. Yeah, I'm the best at this whole thing. Well, goodbye, everybody. Keep those fires burning. Heck yeah.
The Cellblock Scorch is a production of Stellacore, an independent group of nerds sharing their obsessions with the world. We can be reached at thestellacore@gmail.com. Through comments on your podcast platform of choice, our Instagram, Stella_core, and at our YouTube, also called Stellacore. Follow Cellblock Scorch Podcast on Instagram, or the Cellblock Scorch on Tumblr to see the prompt the day before the episode drops and a quote from each Scorch the day after, with flavor commentary from Red, our social media manager. Feel free to check out our other productions on our YouTube channel, or our cosplays on Instagram. If you would like to support our creative endeavors, you can give a one-time tip to the Ko-Fi of the writer of your favorite Scorches, or check out our Patreon, linked in the show notes. There, you can access the Scorches and episode transcripts for free, or sign up for Spark level support for $5 a month to gain access to our embers as well.